Iron Man stars Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Terrence Howard, and Jeff Bridges, and the movie came out back in 2008. So with Infinity War coming out in May, I decided to look back at all these Marvel movies that have come out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Starting off with the first one, Iron Man. Very enjoyable movie, and it's still one of the best solo superhero movies that have come out of the entire MCU. So back then, a lot of people didn't know who Iron Man was, but I did kind of have an idea because the year before there was this animated movie, The Invincible Iron Man, and also I believe that the same year the movie came out, there was this classic Iron Man TV show that was premiered on Jetix. So yeah, I did kind of have an idea who Iron Man was. So plot of the movie is that it focuses on Tony Stark, a billionaire and owner of Stark Industries. He creates weapons, but when they fall into the wrong hands and Stark is captured, he builds the suit of armor to escape his imprisonment at the hands of these people. So now he's going to build these other suits, better than the first one he built, to stop this group before they use his weapons on innocent people. Okay, so I just gotta say that Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark was perfect casting, because he is literally a character from the comics. Downey Jr. looks like Stark, and his personality is the same as Stark as well. So yeah, that's some great casting right there. Terrence Howard as James Rhodey. I liked him in this movie. He was good. It's a shame that he didn't come back to do any of the other MCU movies, but yeah, sadly, that's really sad to. It's really sad to know that, cause he was great as this character in this movie. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen him in the War Machine suit, because that was teased at the end of not the end, like the final minutes of the first one. As we all know, he was replaced by Don Cheadle in the rest of the MCU movies. Gwyneth Paltrow was good in this movie. She had great chemistry with Robert Downey Jr. and Pepper and Tony are still one of the best. Actually, no, still the best couple in the whole MCU. And then we gotta talk about Jeff Bridges as the villain, Obadiah Stane. A lot of people didn't like them as a villain. Probably call him the first weak villain of the MCU. I honestly thought he was good. He was really menacing in this movie. And this, in my opinion, is one of Jeff Bridges' best performances. But that's also with Obadiah Stane. Ironmonger, that's a whole different thing. Don't get me wrong, the suit, it looks amazing. In the final fight, it was okay. However, here's one of my few problems with the movie. So we see that Tony Stark, it took him time to like test the suits. Okay, and he can build them because he's really smart. But how the heck did Stane build his suit? And not just that, but in so little time, and he learned how to use it very well. I guess that's kind of my only problem with the movie. But yeah, that like bothers me a lot. One final character I gotta talk about. This is a minor character, but that's Rasa. He was like he was the leader of the Ten Rings. I actually thought he was gonna be the Mandarin later on in the MCU, cause they don't show like that they killed him. They only showed that they left him in that paralysis. And I didn't really knew that much about the character of the Mandarin. I just knew that I heard the Ten Rings. I was like, oh, that's related to Mandarin. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be the Mandarin later on. But yeah, if you don't think that makes sense, don't judge me. I thought of that when I was a little kid. Okay. But sadly, we all know how the whole Mandarin thing turned out. Iron Man 3. I'll be talking about that for another video. Next up, I gotta say is that the story was good, and the effects by the time this movie came out, they were really good as well. They looked amazing. And last thing we gotta talk about is the fact that this movie introduces us to S.H.I.E.L.D. as well as Clark Gregg as Agent Phil Coulson, a character that would keep reappearing in more MCU movies down the road, as well as a post-credit scene including Nick Fury. So overall, I really like Iron Man, but for that little problem that I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna have to give Iron Man 4 stars. And since it is the only MCU movie that I've reviewed so far without counting Guardians Volume 2 and Thor Ragnarok, I'm gonna put it number 1 in the MCU scale. So what do you think of Iron Man? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share. If you're new, subscribe with the bell button so you don't miss any other videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.